Hey folks, it's Piano Man Steve Lundgren, founder of LearningMusicIsFun.com, and thanks for tuning into this video blog post tonight. I have a very simple concept for you tonight, and it's something that I preach a lot in my lessons, but we're going to talk about it in depth here. The K.I.S.S principle. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't mean to call you stupid, but this is a really important concept. If I had to name the one thing that I think holds most piano players back from sounding as good as they could and enjoying what they're doing the most, it is our insatiable need to overcomplicate things all the time. You know, and I'll give you an example. Especially when you're playing the melody in a song. You come along and you go, pretend like there's a crowd of people sitting around here listening, okay? And you sit down and you go. What's going to happen? Those people are going to sit there and they're going to go, I know this song. I love this song. They might even start singing, yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. You know, because we're not getting so outlandish that we're losing the song in there. We're not going. What a bunch of pretentious bullshit that is. I mean, seriously, that's how I feel about it. A little bit of that goes a long way. I'm not saying that there's nothing advantageous to some cadenzas and some fast arpeggios and some flourishes like that, but I gotta tell you, more often than not, if you do too much of that, it stops being special, because that's what people hear on every note of everything. The same thing happens when I hear someone try to improvise a solo. So you're playing along, and let's say that there's a walking bass line pattern here and a 12-bar blues or something like that, and they are gonna use either the blues or the swing scale to do a solo. So we're going. Okay, so they come in for the solo and they're like. Whoa, it's just slow down, just stop for a second here. There's nothing to latch onto for the ear. It's just a big garbled bunch of notes. They never think to just do something like this. They come along and it's like. they just are so obsessed with getting so many notes in and playing as many notes as fast and jammed into as short a space as possible all the time, and it just irritates me, because that's not where the magic happens. It's not where the magic happens. Everything in music that's really magical happens in the simplicity, not in the complexity. It's in the simplicity, because that's a law in nature. It's the simplicity that makes everything work. Do you think grass works really hard to grow, or does it just grow? You know, it's the simple stuff. And in music, going all the way back, Johann Sebastian Bach wrote, hundreds and hundreds of pieces that were really complex. But what is like his most famous work? Why? Because it's simple. Now you can dress that up. There's a lot of ways to... And I'm not playing it right, but the point is you can ornament the hell out of it if you want. But the fact is, the genius of that piece of music, it's Minuet in G, is the simplicity. Because people can hear it, they can regurgitate it back. You hear it once and you're walking away going, ba da 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 dum dum dum, ba da 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 dum dum dum. Then you move on to Mozart. Mozart's most famous works are things like dum 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 dum. What's magical about it? Now, when you get into bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum, when you get into that, there's a lot of complex things going on around it. But the simplicity that comes through, that thing that you can latch onto and hum, that's the magic of the song, of the piece. The same thing is true with Beethoven. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum, or why do people like that for release? Because they can remember it. This. Ode to Joy. People remember it. If you're a Star Wars fan like I am, and you tune into the thing, you can hum that main theme. Ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba da da da. Now, is there complexity around it? Yes. And does it enhance it? Maybe. But the fact remains, you never lose the magic, which is the simplicity at the core. That melody, that ba da da dun dun da 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 dun dun. That's what's great about it. Indiana Jones, dum da dum 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 da dum. That's the magic. The magic in music is around the simplicity. So, when you're playing a solo, or when you're trying to play a melody line, I urge you, please, for the love of all that's holy, do not do what most piano players do and try to get into a race to see how many notes you can play how quickly. Rather, create a little bit of pace for yourself with a rhythm pattern on the left hand, And just keep it simple, stupid. Again, I don't mean to call you stupid. I don't think any of you are stupid. But don't feel the need to play thick 5-note chords in both hands all the time. You know, it doesn't have to be. You know, I despise that so much that I don't even play it very well, because I just no, just keep it light. And it's okay to ornament things as you go along, but create crescendos and then come back down. Give yourself permission to play it simple for the most part as your blueprint. And then when you do ornament things, it's special. It stands out. You can only do that crap I was just doing so long before people start to tune it out completely, because it's all you're doing. But if you sit down and you go, then on the second verse, see how I'm adding a little bit of extra pizzazz? Then we add a little more. So now we're like, now we're back to kind of simple, just to bring it up and then bring it back down. Give yourself that simple blueprint, and then occasionally turn up the heat and get a little bit more active and do more arpeggios and lots of flutters. Occasionally. Then it becomes special and it sounds impressive. And when you play something really cool, you get what you deserve for it. People all around the room go, wow. But if you try and do it on every note, on every measure, you take away what's special about it. And it just becomes a big cluttered mess. And you know what? People don't necessarily know exactly why it's turning them off, but I'll tell you why. Because it ends up being about your ego more than the music. So, anyway, I was just thinking about that today, and I wanted to pass it along to you. The K.I.S.S principle for music. Keep it simple, stupid. And I think that that is a piece of advice that almost every piano player in the world, including me from time to time, could benefit from. I have had to rein myself in many, many times, and the more simple I keep it, the better it keeps sounding. So, take that for what it's worth. Thank you for listening, and remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. I will see you on the next video, and happy playing, folks. I'm Piano Man Steve, signing out.